Hey guys, it's Deanna and I'm coming to you with another fraction video. This is on multiplication of fraction. So let's get into it. Alright, so multiplication of fractions. Let me start off by saying that if you see the word multiplication, you are multiplying. Alright? And when you multiply, this is the exact same thing as taking the product. Okay? All right, so if you see product, then and you're taking the product of two numbers, then you're multiplying these two numbers. All right, so let's get into it. So for any two fractions, let's say A over B and C over D, okay? And let me say where A, B, C, and D are all real numbers and B and D, let's let these be non-zero, okay? If they were zero, we would have zero. And anything times zero is zero, okay? So let me write that out. Where B and D are not equal to zero. Okay, so let's go ahead on into it. So for the numerator, use another color here. For the numerator of the product is the product of the two numerators. So A and C, we just multiply those together, it will be A times C. And for the denominator of the product is the product of the two denominators here, B and D. Okay, so all you do is multiply those together and you have the final product B and D. Okay, so let's get into some practice problems. Okay, so we have 2/5 and 7/3. We're taking the product of 2/5 and 7/3. Okay, so we're going to take the product of our numerators, this is a 2, 2 and 7. 2 times 7 is 14, so that is our numerator. And the product of our denominators, 5 and 3, well, that will give us 15. Okay, so 2/5 times 7/3 equals 14/15. Here's another one. We're going to take the product of 6/8 and 1/2. All right, so let's take the product of our numerators, 6, and then our denominators. We're going to multiply 8 and 2, and we will get 16. All right. All right, here's another practice problem. I encourage you to pause the video and try it for yourself. And when you've got it, just play it and let's see where we are together. So we have 1/3 and 9/10. So we can multiply these two fractions by first multiplying our numerators. 1 times 9, that'll give us 9. And then 3 times 10, our denominators, they will give us 30. And yes, of course, you can simplify this fraction by dividing the numerator and denominator by their greatest common factor. So with 9 and 30, our greatest common factor is 3. So let's divide 9 and 30 by 3 to simplify this even further. All right, so that will give us 3 as our numerator and 10 as our denominator. And that is in the simplest form there. So when you take the product of these two fractions, you have 9 over 30, or you can put in simplest form and have 3/10.